Governor Bello Matawalle commends military on their efforts toward ending banditry in the state. Zamfara state government builds 460 houses to civil servants in the state. 5 APC chieftains decamp to PDP and promise to work for the victory of the party. PDP distributes first batch of vehicles to local government party chairman. APC distributes 15 vehicles to party loyalists in the state. And on sports, Arsenal beat Tottenham 2-0 on the ongoing Premier League. Welcome to Al Ummah Television News. My name is Sani, Ahmed Sambo. Governor Bello Matawalle of Zamfara State has expressed satisfaction to the Nigerian Armed Forces for showing remarkable commitment, dedication to duty, courage and strength in the fight against banditry and other criminal activities bedeviling the state. This was contained in a statement signed by the press secretary to the governor, Jamilu Ilyasu Birnin Magaji, and made available to newsmen in Gusau, the state capital. Bashir Ibrahim Anka has the details of the story.
Matawalle stated at the 2023 Armed Forces Remembrance Day, which held at the State Trade Fair Complex, Bypass Road, Gusau. He said no doubt military have worked tirelessly to keep our communities safe and to bring relative stability to the state. He maintained that this year Armed Forces Remembrance Day provides a venue for individuals, groups, and other stakeholders to honor and also assist veteran soldiers who are still alive but weak to earn a living. The state government, he said, has provided all the logistics support and made adequate arrangements to ensure the welfare of the families of gallant officers who lost their lives during the internal security operation and to settle the outstanding medical bills of those who sustain injuries. The governor calls on security agencies operating in the state to be more proactive and remain professional in the discharge of their duties. The governor called on security agencies operating in the state to be more proactive and remain professional in the discharge of their constitutional assignment and operate within the extant local and international laws. Bashir Ibrahim Anka, Al Ummah News.
Zamfara State Governor Bello Muhammad Matawalle has handed over 460 number of two-bedroom constructed houses to the state chapter of Nigerian Labour Congress with a view to cushioning the difficulties on accommodation among the team and civil servants in Zamfara State. Governor Matawalle, who during the handover ceremony on Sunday at Daza area along Kaurandamoda Road area, expressed satisfaction with the quality of the project, saying the construction of another 1,000 units of housing estate in the state will commence very soon. Ibrahim Sani Gusau complete the story. People's Democratic Party Zamfara State has received 5 APC chieftains in Gusau who changed their party from All Progressive Congress APC. Receiving the decampees, the PDP gubernatorial candidate Dr. Dauda Lawandari congratulated them for joining the winning team and promised them equal treatment in the party. The decampees include a special advisor and former coordinator at Tinubu campaign organization in the state, Alhaji Tanimu Mada, 2 former members of the State House of Assembly, Honorable Kabiru Moy Birnin Magaji and Honorable Salisu Musa Safi Kainua, Honorable Ibrahim Naalu Erkofoji, Special Advisor to the Governor, Honorable Suleiman Garba Gedambajini, Special Assistant, and Haruna Abdullahi Godel, APC Party Leader. The decampees assured the party that they will do all they could to ensure the success of PDP in Zamfara State. In a related development, Zamfara State PDP Governorship Campaign Committee has distributed vehicles to all the 14 local government party chairmen across the state. Speaking at the event, which took place at the residence of party's governorship candidate in GRA, Gusau, the state capital, the Chairman Elders Committee, Alhaji Salisu Maibuhugumi, urged beneficiaries to use the vehicles judiciously and ensure adequate mobilization of people for the party to succeed in the forthcoming general elections. Maibuhu also assured the team and supporters of the party in the state that the party is putting all the mechanisms in place to ensure victory of the party in Zamfara state. Dignitaries at the occasion include the party flag bearer, Dr. Dauda Lawandari, acting chairman of the party, Honorable Mukhtar Lugga, and other party officials. You are watching this news from Al Ummah Television. Before we go on break, let's remind you of the headlines. Governor Matawalle commends military on their efforts toward ending banditry in the state. Zamfara state government builds 460 houses to civil servants in the state. 5 APC chieftains decamp to PDP and promise to work for the victory of the party. PDP distributes first batch of vehicles to local government party chairman in the state. Up ahead, APC distribute 15 vehicles to party loyalists in the state. And on sports, you will also hear that Arsenal beat Tottenham 2-0 on the ongoing Premier League. The Zamfara State Chairman of All Progressive Congress APC, Honorable Tukur Umar Damfulani, has distributed 15 saloon cars to various groups in support of Governor Bello Matawalle of Zamfara State's second-term bid in office. This was contained in a statement signed by the press secretary to the governor, Jamilu Ilyasu Birnin Magaji, and made available to newsmen in Gusau, the state capital. Ibrahim Sani Gusau has more on the story.
Presenting the vehicles to the beneficiaries at Old Livestock Market in Gusau, the APC chairman noted that owing to the increasing support being registered for the governor in the state, there is need for individual and corporate support to meet the logistical need of the campaign train. Damfulani, who described the vehicle's distribution as the first batch to the support groups, expressed appreciation to the wonderful support the APC is receiving in the state, assuring that the party will not disappoint them. He urged members of the party and other supporters to continue to be law-abiding and play politics with maturity so that others can learn from them. Speaking on behalf of the benefiting groups, Alhaji Sani Biggi said they have been strongly encouraged with the donation, which will now make it easier for them to cover the state, soliciting support for the governor. Ibrahim Sani Gusau reporting.
Thank you, Ibrahim, with that report. Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalle MON Matawalle Maradun Shettiman Sokoto has described the death of an elder statesman, seasoned educationist and administrator par excellence, Alhaji Ibrahim Bagubiri Talata Mafra, as a monumental loss to the people of the state. This was contained in a statement signed by the press secretary to the governor, Jamilu Ilyasu Birnin Magaji, and made available to newsmen. Correspondent Amina Mustafa Ismail has the details of the story.
Governor Bello Matawalle, while condoling the family of the deceased at his residence, GRE Gusau described him as a gentleman, a technocrat, historian, and an administrator of repute, a politician who contributed to the development of both Sokoto and Zamfara states. He donated the sum of 10 million naira cash, 20 bags of rice, and 20 bags of other assorted grains to the family of the deceased. He, however, prayed to Almighty Allah to forgive the deceased of his shortcomings and grant his family, the entire people of Zamfara State, the fortitude to bear the irreplaceable loss. The governor was accompanied by the Speaker, State Zamfara House of Assembly, Right Honorable Nasiru Ma'azu Magaria, Secretary to the State Government, Alhaji Kabiru Balarabe Saddauda, Chief of Staff, Government House, Male Ibrahim Suleiman, State Head of Service, Alhaji Kabiru Muhammad Gayeri, members of the State Executive Council, special advisors, permanent secretaries, as well as head of ministries, department agencies, and other senior government officials. Amina Mustafa Ismail, Al Ummah News.
Thank you, Amina. We now go straight away to our sports studios where Bashir Anka is standing by for sports update. Bashir, if you are ready, over to you.
Hello and welcome to Sport Update. Barcelona were crowned Spanish Super Cup champions after goals from Gabi, Lewandowski and Pedri, and then a 3-1 win over bitter rivals Real Madrid in Saudi Arabia on Sunday. Barcelona were dominated in every aspect of the game and took advantage of 3 mistakes by Real Madrid to score. They took a lead in the 33 minutes after Real defender Antonio Rudiger passed across his own area to Barca Sergio Busquets, who began a move that ended with Gavi all alone inside the box to score with a precise left foot strike. Lewandowski extended the lead 12 minutes later on the counter when Frenkie de Jong found Gavi, who housed in behind Real defensive line. He sprinted through the left channel before putting it on a plate for the Polish striker, who tapped into the back of the empty net. Real Madrid, who had no shot on target in the first half, spent most of the second in panic mood, trying to avoid a bigger defeat. Karim Benzema scored a consolation goal for Real in added time, striking home on the rebound after Marc-Andre ter Stegen denied his first attempt. Chelsea swapped to beat Arsenal to the signing of Ukrainian international winger Mikhail Mudryk from Shakhtar Donetsk for a fee that could rise to €100 million. Shakhtar confirmed that Mudryk will cost the Blues an initial €70 million with a further €30 million in performance-related add-on. The 23-year-old has signed an 8.5-year deal at Stamford Bridge, a long-term target for the Gunners. Mudryk looks set to join the Premier League leaders, but Arsenal refused to match Shakhtar's €100 million valuation. Chelsea had no such reservation, as another huge deal takes their spending on transfer in the first season under the ownership of Todd Boehly Consortium, above €400 million. Mudryk draped himself in the Ukrainian flag as he was presented at halftime of Chelsea's 1-0 win over Crystal Palace. Jurgen Klopp labelled Liverpool's dismal 3-0 defeat at Brighton on Sunday as the worst he has seen during his Anfield reign. Klopp's troubled side were blown away in the second half by Solly March, double and a late strike from Danny Welbeck. Liverpool's right performance came hot on the heels of a 3-1 loss at Brentford and an FA Cup draw against Wolves, in which they were saved from defeat by the controversial VAR decision. The Reds are loitering in 8th place in the Premier League with their hopes of a top 4 finish pinned by the week. Klopp could not believe that he was seeing as Brighton ran his mate Raj in a passion he had never experienced since taking charge in 2015. Arsenal powered to their first Premier League win at Tottenham in 9 years as the leaders took advantage of Hugo Lloris's blunder to seal a 2-0 victory in Sunday's North London match. Mikel Arteta's side were gifted the lead by Tottenham goalkeeper Lloris, who pushed Bukayo Saka cross into his own net early in the first half. Martin Odegaard added Arsenal's second goal with a superb long-range strike before he interval. Arsenal first league double over their bitter rivals since 2013-2014 of second place Manchester City after the champion defeat at Manchester United on Sunday. That has been the sport. Bashar Ibrahim Anka, Al Ummah.
Thank you, Bashir, with that sports update. And to end the news, a quick look at the top stories. Governor Matawale commends military on their efforts toward ending banditry and other criminal activities in the state. We have also heard that Zamfara state government builds 460 houses to civil servants and promised to build more in the state. You have also heard that 5 APC chieftains decamp to PDP and promise to work for the victory of the party in the forthcoming general elections. Also told you that Arsenal beat Tottenham 2-0 on the ongoing Premier League. That's the news. Thanks for watching and goodbye.